This conversation about pivoting in careers. I've transitioned in many different careers throughout my life.
I don't know if you can say that there's a right or a wrong time to do a full switch. For me, the timing just happened to be when I was at the point of 20-something years of having been a lawyer.
I was looking for that challenge, and news brought it, and then some, in ways that I would have never imagined.
I am the host of the Katie Phang Show that airs on MSNBC. And a good Sunday morning to you all. I'm Katie Phang.
I provide HR leadership support and strategic support for our newsgroup teams.
The role that I had prior to coming to media was as a full-time trial lawyer. A few years ago, I started doing legal contributor and analysis work for NBC and MSNBC, as well as CNBC. And then I ended up doing the full-time TV host, as well as legal contributor work.
I went to school for business with a concentration in finance. People said to me when I decided to leave, why would you leave finance? In hospitality, you're making so much money. Because I wasn't happy with my job. And I sat down with the HR person and they said, well, what about HR? I think the first thing is figuring out what you enjoy. What are you passionate about, right? What I was passionate about in school, I was always a numbers person, so I loved math. I loved to solve the problems. I loved counting money, which is always fascinating to me. And maybe I'll be a CFO one day, or some CEO on Wall Street. And that was sort of the mindset at the time.
The opportunity was presented to me to be able to take all of the skills that I had acquired as a trial lawyer, also as a legal analyst, to be able to incorporate it into a show that had my name on it. It gave me the street credibility to be able to talk about issues that run the gamut.
What I really enjoyed more was solving problems and being a problem solver. And I never equated that to being in the HR space, where many times our role is solving difficult issues and challenges.
So here's 3 things you need to know before you pivot. 1, can you afford it? Because sometimes it may not necessarily be able to sustain you financially. Number 2, are you passionate about what you're about to do? You can't go in only doing it halfway. Number 3, are you supported to be able to do it? You got to make sure that you have a support system in place.
Could they be indicted now? Why haven't they been charged?
So some of them are still within the crosshairs of possible criminal trouble, but some of the notable names, the learning curve when you switch is very high.
I was just trying to learn and trying to deprogram my hotel brain, talking about chefs to front desk agents to now talking about editors. I feel like I'm a new student in a new school in a new town.
There's also the learning curve of just being able to figure out where my role is. How do I fit into the bigger picture of how the network works so that we're all working together? I think there's something to be said for either going all in, dive in head first, straight from college all the way and working your way up, or maybe having some life experience and some work experience.
This morning's other big story, the 2024 presidential field is growing into sharper focus.
I want somebody to tune in and when they walk away, they're saying, I learned something about that. And I think this is exactly the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Whether it's been in finance or operational roles, it allowed me to understand people even better. And it allowed me to really empathize with employees. I have no regrets for the path that I've taken because your passion becomes your purpose. And once that happens, then you'll do well.